Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising. And Aries, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for the week of February 10th to the 16th. This week we have the Align Your Life Oracle card. We have the Moon, the Six of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. So Aries, even though we have a lot of Pentacles energy here this week, I'm not feeling this in relation to finances or work. Or assets and resources, as Pentacles can often relate to. I'm really sensing this is about you, first of all, aligning and getting into balance in your life. And from that place, some of you might have been moving out of a place where things weren't in alignment, or from a darker time, but I really feel like you're moving into a place of investing in love. And that can be self-love, but I also feel that once you kind of go through this shift, whatever the shift is that you're going through, that's when, you become magnetic. That's when people are attracted to you. It doesn't have to be just for romantic love. It can be attracting the right people in a business sense or creative collaborations. There's definitely a shift going on. Potentially your focus, which may have been on work and career, as I know many Aries are, I feel like you're starting to shift your focus to the other realm and wanting success potentially in your emotional fulfillment and in your feelings as well. So before we go to the tarot, guys, let's just read out the oracle card, Align Your Life. What is not aligned or needs to change? What in your life is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? We're cyclic beings in a constant state of change, of evolution, of growth. Change is one of the only certainties of life. When you resist your cyclic nature, you resist life and feel stuck. Many of us have learned to be who the world wants us to be, but there comes a time when it is harder to hold onto this facade than it is to embrace who we truly are, to surrender to how we have changed and align life to that way of being. If you pulled this card, you are being called to let go of who you once were, or the things that you once defined yourself by, the job, the relationship, and the mask you wore, and to embrace who you truly are now. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm feeling here with this recent past, with the Six of Wands and the Moon. I feel, Aries, that you're moving out of a time where potentially you were buying into some kind of illusion, because the moon can be that illusionary energy. Now, it can be, just like the oracle card said, having to wear some kind of facade or mask in a certain situation. Maybe in a relationship, you had to be something for somebody else. You had to align to someone else's values. Maybe in the workplace you couldn't be yourself, you couldn't express yourself, you couldn't share your voice or communicate. It's that kind of energy. So I'm really feeling that you're going through a period of coming back to yourself, of integrating all of the sides of yourself. I mean, in the moon we see the tame wolf and the tame dog and the wild wolf. And we all have both of these sides, right? It kind of indicates our conscious and our subconscious, our shadow side and our normal character, our facade. And there's this sense that, through integrating that, you become whole. And when you become whole, that's when you can truly be who you are. And that's when your life really starts aligning. This is, in the past, maybe there could have been things that you've suppressed, parts of yourself, sides of yourself. And, often that leads you to attract situations that aren't favorable. Sometimes we can attract people, devil energies, manipulators, that kind of thing, when we're not aligned, when we're not, in alignment with our higher self. So I feel like that's all kind of coming to light now, Aries. This crayfish here, this lobster, comes out of the water. It means that elements of our subconscious self that maybe we've suppressed are now coming into the light, so that you can integrate, so that you can become whole, so that you can become balanced. And from that place, Aries, that's when you're truly victorious. And that's when you can truly, leave behind whatever illusions, may have been related with this, the situations that weren't in alignment, and move forward onto greater things. The Six of Wands shows somebody who is, re-establishing their sense of energy and enthusiasm and passion for life, is leaving darker times behind, and is just focused on forward movement towards more harmony, joy, peace, love, and also understanding that you've gone through a period of growth. Because number 6 is also the number of growth. So I feel like you've gone through some kind of, integration process, some kind of self-discovery. It might be some kind of personal awakening as well. And I feel that this is the result, that we've got another number 6 here, guys. So that's just amplified in this reading. It's about harmony and growth. I feel like whatever process that you've gone through is leading you to a place of internal balance and stability. Maybe in the past, under this kind of moon energy, when you weren't in alignment or you were out of balance in your character, you may have been an overgiver, an oversharer. Either way, I don't feel like you were open to receive, or that you were getting a fair deal for the time and energy that you invested into situations. So this is about, going through that integration process to become whole, so that then, you can be balanced, not sort of the bigger of life like these people here, but be balanced and stable. Those those scales of life are balancing, so that you can then receive, and you can then be open to receive offers of love should they come in. Because we have the beautiful Ace of Cups here, and I have seen this card coming up so much in Aries readings recently, guys. So the Ace of Cups can be, it's some kind of emotional offer, an offer of love that's really going to lead you to fulfillment on a grand scale. The Ace of Cups also talks about, someone who has come from a darker time, has gone through a transformation, and it's the result of that transformation that clears the space for love to come in. These are lotus flowers on the surface here. And if you know about the lotus flower, it starts its journey as a seed in the mud at the bottom of the pond, and it follows the light and comes up through the water to bloom on the surface. So some of you may have, you are literally emerging from the darkness, coming out of a darker time, coming into full illumination. You're really coming into yourself and becoming magnetic and attractive to opportunities of love, and really starting to focus on that, where I feel like for many of you Aries, the focus for maybe several years may have just been building and getting your career sorted, but now you're turning your attention to love. Now, aces are number 1, in this case, the suit of cups. They're pure potential and possibility, but like any seed, they do need to be, watered and nurtured to grow and expand. So that can mean if someone comes your way, then actually making, taking the initiative to connect with them, to talk to them, to accept invitations, that kind of thing. And then you'll know, if that's the right opportunity for you. Now, interestingly, we have the Seven of Pentacles. I drew another card of that and I got the Wheel of Fortune. I have the Three of Pentacles as well. So I feel like the universe is saying with that Wheel of Fortune that now is time for you to focus on love and self-love. I feel like it's the destined time. Up until now, you've been focusing on other things, and I strongly feel that as career and material gain, getting ahead and that kind of thing. Well, the wheel is turning now, and it's turning in the direction of that Ace of Cups. So, some of you may also have been completing some kind of karmic contract that may have kept you from exploring, love and romantic opportunities, but that is now complete. And it's time for you to get about thinking of investing in other places, investing your time and energy in other places. Because I always see this in the Seven of Pentacles here, this person who's been tending to the Pentacles bush, which I think is what you have been doing, Aries. Really putting all your time and energy, blood, sweat and tears into your career, or, building a nice home, or, the way you earn money, maybe, materially getting yourself set up. But I don't feel that that's bringing you the same satisfaction that it used to. So it's time to turn your attention somewhere else. We have the Three of Pentacles as well, and the Three of Pentacles is about new manifestations, becoming an apprentice of life in another direction. Yeah, it's about creating, building a foundation. And I think this is about you building a foundation through alignment, through integration, through coming into balance, building a foundation that you can now focus on elements like love instead of, always putting your full energy into career and that kind of thing. And we have a Three of Pentacles and a Seven of Pentacles here. So it tells me that by doing that, there is the opportunity for quick expansion and quick growth. But either way, that Wheel of Fortune tells you that your tables are turning and that your luck is going to change in this department if it has been, not bringing the opportunities your way that you desired for some time. The Wheel of Fortune is said to have a 10-year energy, so the decisions that you make now could potentially have an impact on the next decade of your life. So choose wisely and be open to love should it come your way. But either way, Aries, I feel like the first stepping stone to creating the space to draw in this Ace of Cups is all about alignment. That means, listening to your intuition, aligning with your higher self, accepting both, our good points and our bad points, our shadow side and our conscious side, and becoming whole, owning who you are. And there's great victory in that, Aries. And it's from that place that I think you're going to find that you're going to be more attractive than ever this week, and you're going to be magnetic. And it's when you're in that place, and it's when you're clear, and it's when there is space for it, that I wouldn't be surprised if an offer of love comes in. For those of you that are partnered, it could be a deepening of your relationship, a next step in commitment like engagement or marriage. Or, it can also be about just feeling so good in yourself, re-establishing your sense of self-love after maybe feeling, negative or in a period of victim mentality for a while. Either way, Aries, this is a big shift for you and a big personal transition. Okay, Aries, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't be for everyone. Feel free to leave me a comment because I always love to know how it's unfolding in your daily life, and I'll see you back here next week for another reading.